You're such an asshole.
Political expert, Cappy. Let me explain to you, you young kids. You understand how intelligent the boomers were, all right? To become a sports analyst, a sexpert, any kind of expert or analyst, all you had to do was put it in your title, right? To see how what I did there? You too can be an expert boomer. You just call yourself political expert. Here I am, political expert Cappy. I'm not joking. I wish I was being facetious and joking, but I'm not. They just self-declaring assholes. From one of our regular agents in the field, dear Clarey, can you please do a Clarey test on Allan Lichtman? Sincerely, we'll keep you anonymous. He provides the link here, so let's go here. I was impressed with his hair when I did an image search. I was like, man, look at that mop of hair. Allan J. Lichtman is an American historian. He's taught at American University in Washington, D.C. since 19... No. He gets a score of 4. Okay, let's explain the Clarey test. I'm already good at one sentence into this, and I'm already calling bullshit on this guy. Yeah, 77. Yeah, okay, come on, baby, light my fire. All right, so the Clarey test, if you didn't know, was a 4-point test that you answer these 4 questions, and you scale it on a thing of 0 to 4. 0 is someone you want to run for public office. 4 is someone you absolutely do not want to run for public office. It's just a real, because I noticed it was Mark Dayton, Governor Mark Dayton, and I realized he came for wealth, spoiled trust fund baby, never worked a fucking day in his life. And what is he currently doing now? What did he major in? And I think he majored in education. Obviously, this guy's a history major. And it was a real quick test to say, did this person ever work in the real world and support him or herself? That's all it is. And therefore, if they did not work in the real world and didn't support themselves, they shouldn't be running for office because all they know is parasitism and living off the government dole. Or I guess parental dole, somebody else's money. He's been a professor since before I've been alive. So wait a minute, 73. It says right here, let's do the math. How long has this asshole been a professor? Okay, 1973. Oh, clear. 1973. He was born in 1947. 1947. So he's been a professor since he was 26. Fuck you. Just fuck you. You worthless. Now, we'll get through the rest of his resume here. Maybe he worked as a bartender in the daytime and this was just his hobby. But this is no different. He really is no different than Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I mean, he finally retired now. He's been in office or was in office longer than I've been alive. So just another fucking academic hack. Again, I could be wrong. He could have served in Vietnam and came up with a fizzy widget and worked hard and employed that. I'm just going to guess. Come on, baby, light my fire. Typical Professor Boomer. Lichtman created the keys to the White House model with Soviet seismologist Vladimir Borak in 1981. The model uses 13 true-false criteria to predict whether the presidential candidate of the incumbent party will win or lose in the next election. Well, holy shit. Great. Using this model, Lichtman has accurately predicted the outcome of most U.S. presidential elections since 1984, with the exception of 2000, he predicted an Al Gore victory, but he did caution his model only pertained to the popular vote. And in 2016, where he predicted Donald Trump popular vote after a revised model, no to pick the Electoral College winner, ran for Senate in Maryland, placed Democrat, of course, Democrat, published the case for impeachment, like in multiple arguments for impeachment of Donald Trump. Okay. A BA, Harvard University. Oh, fuck off with Harvard. Fuck off with Harvard. Born in Brooklyn, New York City. He graduated Stoyev Savant High School. Lichtman is Jewish, BA degree. So worthless degree. Normally, I'd grandfather you in under the boomer clause. Like, okay, back in your day, any degree was a good degree. Fuck out of here. You had no intention of working. PhD in history. Also in history. Career. Began teaching American University in 1973, rising to chair the history department, named professor of the year 1993. And that's it. That's it. That writing scholar, presidential. Nothing like, hey, ran an ice cream stand or a lemonade stand when you were a kid. We don't actually, there's very little about, mom and dad were such and such, this and that. But his career is, it's just, it's spelled out here. Went to school and then became a professor. And that's where he's been. I wonder if he knows Professor Fuckwitz. I wonder if him and Professor Fuckwitz are good friends. Uh, Expert witness, civil rights, 70 cases, Department of Justice, NAACP, Mexican American Legal Defense Education, Puerto Rico. Okay, yeah, you're a leftist. We got it. Okay. Author, commentator, sit in this, that, and that. Repeal the Second Amendment. He's just he's just a dumbass leftist. That's all it is. There's nothing special unique about this guy. Oh, here's all the awards. In addition to giving themselves titles like political expert, boomers love creating awards for absolutely no accomplishments whatsoever. The Sherman Fairchild Distinguished Visiting Scholar Award. The Charles Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. The Top Speaker Award for the National Convention of the International Platform Association. What the fuck is that? Selected by the teaching company as one of America's superstar teachers. Outstanding Scholar Teacher, 92-93. Finalist National Books Critics Circle Award for the White Protestant Nation Rise of American Conservative Movement, 2008. All these fucking nothing awards. All these fucking nothing awards. All right. Good for you, Mr. Plugged into the system, Mr. Robot. I'm trying to think, Alan Rick. So we don't really have all that much to go on. I know thus far we could be wrong. He could have worked a real job, and I am going to assume he avoided the draft. So this guy has no real working experience. I'm gonna go with that. 1 point against him. This guy has is currently just an academic, not a real job. Okay, so there's 2 points against him. Did he come from a D, majored in stupid stuff? Yes, he did. 3 points. So at minimum, 3 out of 4. The only way he could get a worse score is if he came from rich parents, which we don't know. I'm going to guess not, because there was no mention of his parents. Allan Lichtman. Because Wikipedia, they can't wait to mention the history of your parents and the background and what minority or diversity they were. Allan Lichtman bio. It could be he didn't come from wealth. It's possible. And it could be somewhere in there in his 20s he was working, because he graduated 22. Well, wait, no, he got a PhD. 22 plus 4 years. So yeah, the guy's never worked. The guy has been in school since he's been 5 years old. He's been in school since I was 3. Allan Lichtman. Who is Allan Lichtman? Times of India. Parents, we got anything? Distinguished thing stuff. True false statements. Early life and career. All right. Specialized in work and compass. Yeah, that's it. We don't have anything. I'm just gonna assume if his parents were of note. Now I don't mean popular or historical figures. Well, what was his God? It's scary. He kind of looks like Rollo Tomasi in this picture. Imagine Rollo Tomasi with a mop of hair. Education. Stojdevizant High School. High school commonly referred among us as a STI, public college preparatory specialized high school. Operated New York Department has free accelerated academics to see. Okay. I don't think he, if he went to some private preparatory school, this is a public preparatory school. I don't believe he came from wealth. I'm just going to assume not. So he's got a score of 3. Worthless degree, no real working experience, continues, what's he doing now? No way. Would I wanna have a beer with this guy? No. I would not. And it's not because he's a Democrat or a leftist, he's just a fucking robot. There's nothing differentiating him between him and all the other academics. What would we talk about? Let me guess, your solution to everything is more money. And those wascally Republicans, oh, like, this is probably not an original thought in his mind. I'm being serious, but I'm deadly what new is he gonna tell us? Why would I sit there? I'd rather hang out with my little nieces and nephews because they'd be excited about their day at school. What happened in the day? We saw a frog. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay, Allan, not calling you a professor because it's not a real degree. What is it today? What platitude are you going to spew out? Oh, we need more money because reason. I knew it. I'm going to talk to the 7-year-old about the frog they saw at school today. It's much more interesting. And should he run for office? No, the guy's never worked. Again, could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm not. He's just been. He's never lived in the real world. Classic academic hack. Hey, say the popular thing to rationalize socialism so we get more free shit. But even though the free shit won't just have a lot more money, there won't be any free shit. No, should not run for. The only thing is that he's not a trust fund. I could be wrong, but I don't see anything like that. But classic example of what perfect example for the Clarey test. Like, yeah, you don't want this guy running for office. Say the thing people want to hear. All right, there you go. And he super chats this. Wow, we got a super chat this early in the morning. Paul Navarre, 2 bucks. Aaron, have you seen Mr. Robot? If not, I recommend it. I have seen an episode or two. My IT buddy recommended it. Is it that the guy who played a James Bond villain? Pretty good actor. I saw it. It looked all right. I don't know. I'm really eschewing TV. I really just want to go out and hike. Today I'm going to go tornado chasing. Not high risk, not high chance, but the agate beds are only about half an hour, 45 minutes away from where I am. And then there's south of there, Atham, look it up, Scottsbluff, Nebraska. That looks like it's going to be that's where the shizizzle's going to go down. That's where the shiznit's going to go down. But it looks like it's just going to be storms and not necessarily tornadoes, which I know it's it's like going on a dating app looking for a hot chick without tattoos or some other guy's kid. I know there's a very small chance, but there's a 0% chance if I don't go. I just the TV. Mr. Robot was the last normie show. All right, maybe I would like it then. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.